look at this. Wild card standings right on the outside of a playoff spot, 1.5 off the pace. And helping the cause, see why Jo Adell, who extended his hitting streak to 12 games, they call him Jo Adell. I like it. And he put on one on Tuesday. I like it too.
That. I like that. Jo Adell, he is, when you were looking at the numbers and I was talking to research, and Broyd, the producer, has sent me a text. He said, is Jo Adell the best hitter in the in the Angels lineup right now? And you start to look at the numbers, and it's impressive that Jo Adell is really standing up in that lineup and becoming one of the guys, if not the guy, in that lineup day to day. You mentioned, Lauren, about the hitting streak that he's on. What I love about Jo Adell is the adjustments that he's been able to make here over the last 5-6 years. I mean, this is a player that we were expecting to be a superstar caliber guy all the way going back to 2020. So to see it start to come to fruition here in 2025, it's been so much fun to watch. And I want to dig into a couple of things that I've seen, adjustments that he's made this season, and I feel like are making all the difference in the world. So let's go ahead and get into it with Jo Adell. He is one of the players that if you were to see him at a showcase, you'd be like, this is the best player on the field. He's the strongest guy, got a strong arm, monster power, can lead the yard no matter what field he's hitting it to. Good body frame, 6'3", strong, athletic. But sometimes in baseball, you try to determine how is this going to translate to the big leagues. A lot of teams, let's hold it here for just a second. A lot of teams, they draft players just from the pure athleticism. And I feel like Jo Adell is one of those players that you're saying, if we're looking at just bat speed leaders, you're looking at the company that he keeps. These are guys, especially O'Neal Cruz, a Caminero, you're drafting them and trusting that with the ability that they have to just absolutely be powerful through the zone, they're going to figure it out at the big league level. And when they do, especially like an O'Neal Cruz or a Jo Adell, when they figure it out, they could be one of the best players in the game. And hopefully we can turn an O'Neal Cruz into an Aaron Judge or a Mike Trout one day if it all finds out clicking. But it doesn't always go like that. Let's go ahead and run into the video. Sometimes you'll see players, they're trying to find it. A couple things I want you to pay attention to. Pay attention to the leg kick. It's a little disconnected. Jo Adell in years past and even early this year, you can see the disconnect. Watch the hips flying. Low and away was a big hole for Jo Adell, and he continued to get exposed. So adjustment that he tried to make, he tried to go from the toe to early, getting the foot down early, I call it foot down early, to a little bit of a leg kick. And it's something that he's played with from time to time. In those videos before, it was either a really big leg kick or he got the foot down early. Now, let's go ahead and run it forward. You're gonna see that he's found this happy medium to where if we go to the video, the big jump that he said, you're seeing the splits, the last 27 games, slugging has gone up, OPS has gone up, barrel percentage, and pull has gone down. So we were just talking about George Springer learning how to pull the ball in the air. Jo Adell is different strokes for different folks. He's found that driving the ball up through the middle and driving the ball the other way actually puts him in a better position to pull the ball. So he's a player similar to myself. When he tries to pull the ball, he gets himself in trouble. So he really needs to focus on hitting the ball the other way so that when he does pull the ball, he's in a much better position. Look how much let's run that back real quick. When we were looking at the video before, Jo Adell was extremely tall, and he was getting exposed on everything down and away. Now you're gonna see he's in a much bigger squat. He's widened out his stance. He's backed up in the box a little bit. And the thing you have to be careful of when you're getting that low and that squatted is trying to find a way to stay down in that squat. Some guys, especially when they're tall, they'll pop up out of it, but you're seeing, go back one more time. You're gonna see right before he goes into it, you're gonna see a little bit of a sit, almost like he's squatting into it to make sure that he stays in there. He's trying to stay in there, driving the ball the other way. And this is something that's really helped him out. For some guys, they want to get taller in their stance. Other guys, they want to get wider and get more in their legs. Jo Adell, and we have one more board before we end this off. Driving the ball the other way. George Springer, he's pulling the ball in the air. Jo Adell, his strength is that he really needs to get to stand the other way, stand through the middle of the field, because when he starts to slug the ball the other way, now he's slugging over 600 on breaking balls. It's keeping him on all the breaking balls. It's not as easy to expose him on the ball down and away, and he has the strength to be able to leave the yard from line to line. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he continues to make this progress. I think he's going to come out of his legs a little bit more and find a little more of an athletic position, but he's definitely on his path to success, and he's a budding star who's been in the league for a little bit, Lauren and Roflo, but he's coming around right now.
And only 26 years old. I keep
Only
thinking
26.
of that, right? I keep thinking of that question.
Yeah,
is he the best bat in Angels lineup right now?
That's crazy.
That's why you stick with those guys, though.